I can't believe it's been a year for me. It's been a great year personally, but I think it's also been a great year for the school. Bookended, of course, by the visit of the Prime Minister. This is a great honor for any institution. When the school was founded, it was founded to be an instrument for the betterment of India. Of course, when we look at our vision, it was about creating a world-class research-based business school in India that created leaders for the world. But along the way, the kind of positive impact that we've created in India, whether it is through the private sector or whether through the government, it has been recognized by the powers that be, and which is why it culminated in the visit of the Prime Minister. What I want to tell you at this point, when I addressed this right at the very beginning, when I made a remark, I said that the third decade of the ISB should be about impact. I'd like to make this a little bit of a progress report, okay, and tell you what have we achieved in the last 1 year. I'm proud to tell you that the Capacity Building Commission, which is a 4-member commission that is attached to the Prime Minister's office, made us their first knowledge partner. You know, that is another, when I'm talking about endorsement, that's another ringing endorsement of the kind of work that we do at the ISB. As a result of us becoming the knowledge partner for them, we now are a partner of choice for a whole host of ministries. So when we talk about impact, we want to impact a lot of different people, and we want to impact in terms of depth. There are two ways in which we're thinking about it. So scale, and this is what we're doing with the Skills Ministry, not just in the government of India, but also with state governments. What we have is we have a large scale skills program, which is an online, not an asynchronous program that we are developing, which people at the grassroots level, these are graduates of universities, these are like people in villages, these are people in lower end kind of jobs that are there. There are skills that are required for them to operate in the modern world, whether it is digital literacy, behavioral literacy, financial literacy, entrepreneurial literacy. So these are different programs that are aimed at helping people become literate in each of these different areas, which are very necessary for them to function in modern society. So we're creating content in these programs. We are making it available to all of those different governments that are there at very low cost, so that people benefit from the kind of research that we do, from the kind of education that we do in the ISB. But what the pandemic has taught us, as well as the programs that we've developed for the Skilling Initiative, what it has also told us is that the power of new technologies for us to achieve skill. So what we've been doing in the last year is trying to create a lot of digital content, which we will be deploying in different programs within the school. So that's the second way in which we're going to be thinking about how digital is going to enhance our capability to create impact out in India. And the third way in which I thought that we were going to be trying to create impact is that we deepen our relationships with certain significant corporates in India. The idea behind exec education at the ISB is going to be that we will build deep relationships with a few companies where we will offer them a full stack solution. We will offer them education at the most senior of levels, but we will also be offering education at the entry level of people who are coming in into the organization, into their management cadres. What we want to be is, whether it is the government or whether it is the private sector and companies, what we want to be known as that we want to be known as partners in the truest sense. We don't want to have transactional relationships where we do one-off programs for people. We want to be involved in their development. We want to be involved in their transformation. And eventually, we want to be involved in the success that they're going to be creating in Indian companies, with the Indian government, with all of the different regional governments that are here. In the 1 year that I've been here, I have learned a lot about the research capability of the school. What I've learned right now is that we've been doing things really well. We've been recruiting outstanding people. We have a very outstanding set of faculty members. We've been creating the structures for them to do the research that they want to do. And we have also been incentivizing them reasonably well, so that they are publishing in the top journals, but they're also focusing on problems that are relevant to the Indian context. These are incredibly well-trained people who came here with the idea of publishing in the top journals. But over a period of time, they looked at and they've identified opportunities for them to solve India related problems, but with the rigor that they had learned in their PhD programs or in the early part of their career in American schools, in UK schools, and so on. So they've come here, they've applied the rigor to India problems. The problems that are there here are also problems that the rest of the world would be interested in, and ISB will be the place that is going to be producing all of that knowledge that is going to inform the world. So in the next few months, I'm hoping that a school with this kind of capability, a school with this kind of resources, it has to aim really, really high. So the goals will be that high. We'll set those goals that high, but we'll also come up with a plan about what are the steps that we need to be taking so that we'll be achieving those goals in 5 years and set ourselves up so that we become a world-beating business school in the not so distant future.